Today we'll be breaking down CFL film of quarterback Bryan Scott from the 2023 and 2024 seasons. Bryan Scott is a player I've wanted to see more of for a while. I've seen enough of his play to think that the floor of his abilities is fairly high and the ceiling could be extremely high. If I were a CFL GM, I'd be comfortable having him in my quarterback room. He's someone I trust to start games. If I were building a UFL team, especially one that struggles with pass protection, Bryan Scott would be high on my list. Scott plays very well under pressure. He stays calm. He's consistently making good decisions, even when the pocket breaks down. A few qualities that stand out on his tape: he sees the field well, makes quick, smart reads, his ball placement is impressive, and the arm strength is there. He can diagnose a defense very quickly and exploit its weaknesses. He has mobility. He's not overly prone to scrambling, but he extends plays effectively. Quick background on him: before he was in the CFL, he led his high school to a CIF title. In college, he broke multiple school records at Occidental College. As a freshman, he was setting single game records. He went on to finish as the program's career-leading passer. He represented his country at the U19 IFAF World Championships, where he won gold, as well as the tournament MVP. In 2020, he was the MVP of the Spring League, leading the Generals to an undefeated season. In 2022, he was drafted 3rd overall in the USFL by the Philadelphia Stars. He was leading the league in passing yards, touchdowns, and completion percentage through 2 weeks before an injury in Week 3 cut his season short. His 2024 CFL preseason numbers took a big drop because of drops. There were 6 drops in those 2 preseason games that he played. So his completion percentage, when you adjust it, it goes from 51% to around 76%. 2023 preseason against Hamilton. Here's his first CFL throw. Wide receiver screen with good timing, good ball placement, allows the receiver to catch and go. RPO handoff here. He reads off the defensive end, making the right decision to hand the ball off. Pre-snap reads that the corner is far off the receiver, so he delivers the ball there quickly for a first down. 4th play of the drive, and he's got his first touchdown in the CFL. Here we've a quick pass delivered with good timing. Inside receiver here with the blue route, crosses underneath the outside receiver. Receiver does a good job making a play to score on a 6-yard speed out route. We also have something that's not often done. Notice how his shoulders stay square facing the field rather than his upper body facing the side of his throwing hand on a typical crossover sidestep. Here we have a backpedal drop, allows his vision to stay on the entire field and makes throwing to your left faster as your upper body is not facing away from that direction. It requires more arm talent and upper strength as he's kind of throwing more on his heels. Bo Levi Mitchell will sometimes use this drop, or PJ Walker in the XFL. Jay Cutler used to use this drop, as well as Kurt Warner and Dan Marino. Yeah, the backpedal drop, you don't really see it in modern football anymore, but it's pretty cool. Here's the second touchdown of that game. They motion into quads right. He gets the ball with good timing on a shallow route as he gains inside leverage. It's a very quick drop here against a blitz that sees pressure from 3 players. Unfortunately, that's all the tape I have from this game, but the rest of his 3 preseason games, I have all the plays from that, so we'll dive into that next. First pass of the game for him, we've got a 10-yard out here crossing underneath a go route. The linebacker drops into coverage, so then he throws it to Cam Phillips crossing over the middle. He's required to make a bit of an awkward throw as he escapes pressure and is hit just after the throw. The throw is a bit low, but Cam Phillips makes a great catch. Pass number 2, he quickly hits Lonnie Moore over the middle on an 11-yard gain on a drag route after he wins his route. He gets sacked here quickly, looking at 2 slants on the field side. Neither get open, he's swallowed up before he can look elsewhere. He's pressured pretty often over these next 3 preseason games. Second and long here, we have a screen play, some pressure coming after him. The ball placement allows the receiver to seamlessly catch and run. We see some pressure here from the right defensive end. He rolls out of the pocket and takes a deep shot to Cam Phillips. It's a pretty good throw, but it's broken up. Arguably some early contact. The offense probably wanted PI, but show goes on. He's going through his progressions on the left side here, then there's some pressure up the middle. He checks it down to Daniel Adebaboye, who gets open at the perfect time. He picks up the first down, forcing 2 missed tackles on the way. This play we see a good throw as he's hit. It's good ball placement for the situation, bit behind the receiver to help him avoid contact, who's in a soft spot in zone coverage. It's a good breakup by James punching that ball out. Just good football by both teams on this play. Keeps it on an RPO here. The inside receiver runs a flat, the outside receiver runs a stick route. Sometimes those little crosses can create some separation as the man covering him adjusts who he's covering quickly. Completion on this play to a receiver on the field, sideline on a hitch route. It's a far throw on that wide CFL field, requiring some arm strength with good ball placement. Here we do have a turnover-worthy throw. The targeted receiver doesn't hit the wiggle very hard, and as a result, the defensive back doesn't feel threatened and is able to follow the route more easily. To go to him on this particular situation, the throw needed to be earlier before the receiver even had his head turned around. Lucky this one wasn't picked. We are now at 2024 preseason game 1. First pass here is a knockdown. Not much he could have done here with the pressure coming. First and 10 next drive. Boundary halfback moves deeper downfield, covering the inside receiver on a dig. He puts the ball into the space created by this to get Polk on a 5-yard in route. Here we see Scott pick up the first down in a QB sneak and short yardage on a 3rd and 1. This ended up being a no play due to Montreal being offsides. Pretty good play here by the defensive end, Moody, here for Montreal. Maybe Scott could have kept trying to move his feet to get a better angle rather than side-arming it, but all around just a good play by Moody breaking up that pass. Doesn't buy the fake handoff at all. Screen play here. I do like how he moves to the right here to make a better passing lane. Here it looks like the targeted receiver is on a hitch route, but kind of drifts after turning back to the QB. It's kind of high with their body, unable to react quickly enough to come back to the ball. Really good play here on a 2nd and 20. Montreal's only rushing 3, but the defensive tackle generates pressure. He steps around a would-be sack. Good presence of mind here to get rid of the ball just at the line of scrimmage after scrambling. Found the open man and placed the ball really well over a defender. Next play, he's pressured again. He takes off, picking up a first down on a 16-yard scramble. He's got a good running lane and man covered, so he makes the decision to take off and run with it. 2nd and long here, looking to make it an easier field goal, if not a first down. He puts it to the open man, and it's a drop. The weak side linebacker blitzes, and he replaces him with the football, getting it to Polk for a 7-yard gain, who's running a 5-yard hitch route. Similar read here, he throws it to Polk with the weak side linebacker blitzing, makes the same read. Polk is a little bit low with his body, the ball is a little bit high but catchable. Unfortunately, the play results in a drop. Here we have a pre-snap zero-man blitz look. He gets rid of the ball quickly under pressure to Tommy Neild on a slant, and he picks up 19 yards for the first down. 9-yard quick pass to Kevin Mattel. As soon as the Sam linebacker moves to the outside receiver, he throws it to Mattel. It's a good throw on this play. Ball gets to the receiver's hand, but an even better play by Darian McKenzie breaking up the pass. Pressure from Scott's left here. He takes off and runs. Jason Adamiola brings him down for the stop, who had a pretty good preseason himself. Cover 0 here, he puts it to BJ Bird on a slant for 7 yards. Upper body throw, he doesn't step into it. He has the ability to throw from some awkward positions. 3rd and 1 here, he keeps it on an RPO, which is a good decision as the defensive end here is eyeing the running back. He dishes it off to Tommy Neild for a 3-yard first down. Deep incompletion here under pressure. He's hit as he's thrown and a hand makes contact to his face, resulting in a roughing the passer penalty. Let's watch an 87 here who appears to run a corner route. Coverage is tight. He looks to the in route, but the receiver stops on his route as he's about to throw as pressure arrives. Got another backpedal drop here. He scrambles left, avoids pressure, attempts to throw an awkward throw across his body as he rolls left and just misses the receiver. Going for it on 3rd and 10 here, he's pressured again and spins away from a would-be sack, breaking a tackle. He picks up the first down on a 13-yard rush, playing some pretty cool hero ball, diving for the first down. Fortunately, the play results in a fumble as the defender hits the ball out in a turnover. I would have liked to see him protect the ball with 2 hands and just lower the shoulder and try to go through the defender. It's a pretty cool play for him until the fumble there. Pressure in his face here. He keys off the weak side linebacker, buzzing away with the running back. Puts it to Mattel on a shallow route for a 12-yard gain. Some crossing routes here as the inside receiver has an out route underneath a corner route. It's a good throw, but unfortunately it's dropped. 2nd and long here in man coverage. It's all hitches. He gets it to the closest receiver who picks up some yards for the first down with nobody in the middle of the field. Sacked quickly on this play, another zero-man blitz. Most receivers don't have their heads around by the time he's already getting sacked.
This play is pressured again quickly before receivers are able to look at him. He's scrambling around trying to avoid a sack, but he's sacked very quickly again on this play. 3rd and 17, Montreal blitzes again, pressured quickly, just chucks up a low percentage pass because turnover on downs is about to happen anyway. Now we go 2024 preseason game 2. His first pass is a screen to the right. He's off the field, halfback here, lifting to cover the inside receiver going deeper. Puts it to the other receiver on a hitch, but unfortunately the pass is dropped. Rolling right here under pressure, putting it to the running back in the flat, but goes too high and just misses him. 2nd and long, coverage drops, including the weak side linebacker. He puts it to the running back in the hopes that if he can beat the middle linebacker, he can pick up the first down, but the middle linebacker makes the tackle. New drive, 1st and 10. He's rolling right, and it's another drop here. He's looking left here before he's pressured, fades away from the pressure and checks it down to McMahon, who picks up the first down. Screen play here, he puts it to Mattel in a spot where he can easily catch and run with it. He's looking to his right, and the middle linebacker moves right, and then he quickly throws off his off foot to the open man, and it's unfortunately dropped. Throw could have been higher, but it was still catchable. Throws it to the inside receiver on the boundary side, who gets open on a 5-yard out underneath the outside receiver. The defensive end on that side is trying to get his hands up and bat it down. He does a good job waiting for him to come down before he sends the ball. 2nd and 4 here. Takes a shot downfield, gets hit hard as he throws. Receivers switch release, so the halfback switches to the hitch receiver, and the Sam switches to cover Mattel, who gets open on his corner route. Then he makes the safety miss and does a good job staying in bounds for an 82-yard touchdown.
Which is not what you want to see. Game-changing player on special teams throughout the entire season last year, but you could see that kind of from the start. Mittal, right off the line of scrimmage, kind of had leverage to his corner route.
This is his final play of that game. It's an illegal formation here, and he just throws it away as pressure closes in. Now we go to week 4 of this season. He comes in late against Montreal. He completes all 5 of his passes here for 79 yards and a touchdown. The boundary side cornerback is pressed to the line. The halfback is high on that side. Makes a quick read, throwing to Mackay Polk on a 5-yard out as the corner goes deep following a go route. Great timing on this play here. The post route is covered by Dequoy. DeMonte Coxie gets the corner's hips turned down here as he comes back on about a 15-yard hitch. The timing of this throw is pretty much perfect. Montreal is showing 0-man blitz here pre-snap, so the read needs to be very quick. It's a 9-yard stop route here from Polk. Scott puts it to him with good timing with the free rusher coming. Really nice looking catch from Polk.
Getting off the field on second, and all of these hurt all of those numbers that he carried.
The 2 defensive backs on the field side are off coverage. Darnell Sankey is showing blitz, the middle linebacker, and he does blitz post-snap, so he can read that space on the inside slant is going to be open and takes that. 40-yard touchdown, and as of right now, it's his last pass in the CFL. We've got a 5-yard out route on the field side, a seam route, and a hang route. Look at Dequoy lurking here on the field side. Scott is looking hard at this out route, and then Dequoy runs in to possibly jump the route, but Scott doesn't want breadcrumbs. He wants the whole enchilada. Kabion Ento is now alone downfield with 2 receivers. He throws it and hits the seam with Polk in stride for the touchdown, and it's his last throw in the CFL.